And now we have your coin toss, as always, brought to you by Woodcomb Insurance. Call them at 978-840-8700 or find Woodcomb Insurance on the web at www.woodcomb.com. All right, Billy, did you watch that coin toss? Because I saw it.
It looks like Fitchburg's going to be receiving the ball, but I didn't see if Wachusett deferred.
Wachusett did. Wachusett wins the coin toss. They defer to the second half, so Fitchburg will be receiving the opening kickoff in this Week 3 matchup. We are going to be going off a little bit early tonight, about 5 minutes early in this one. So Fitchburg have their work cut out for them, but both teams look excited and raring to go in this one. Getting ready for the national anthem. Starting right now, we will go to the anthem.
And with that, our pregame is over. Our countdown to kickoff brought to you by Rollstone Bank and Trust. Still says 3 minutes to the top of the hour, and the officiating crew says, let's play football. Routine as things go out. We welcome those of you that are joining us on AM 1280 and 105.3 FM and streaming live the world over at WPKZstream.com. We also welcome those of you joining us in Encore Replay via our partners at Rivalry Family Media, Facebook Live, and the assorted as well. Looking forward to a great call tonight. Kate, we're ready for kickoff.
We certainly are, and opening kickoff is brought to you by Troy Hebert Construction. For more than 25 years, Troy Hebert has been known for excellence in the building and remodeling industry. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, you know what you're getting, the best from Troy Hebert. Find Troy Hebert online at troyhebertconstruction.com and line up your free estimate today. And now with the call of the game, the voice of high school football on the K-Zone, Todd Robbins.
All right, Kate, thank you so much. Alongside Kate Robbins and Bill Thomas tonight, high above historic Crocker Field in Fitchburg, we are ready for action. Ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our left. The Highlanders kicker Eli Solmazy sets his line down into a three-point stance. Solmazy on the approach, swings the right leg and end over end. We're underway. Ball will be returned from the 15-yard line, straight up the center of the field, and on the return, it's Devin Barasanio still moving his pack as the legs churn across the 25, across the 30, and down around the Red Raider 31-yard line. And that's where Fitchburg will set up shop. First down and 10, their own 31-yard line, coming right to left here in quarter number one, wearing the maroon or brick red tops, brick red helmets with the classic white grill, white bottoms, white numerals front and back, Fitchburg in the white varsity block lettering on the front of the jerseys.
See how Fitchburg fares here in their first offensive possession. We talked a little bit about pregame. They got to come out. They got to set a tone. Don't let Wachusett take over in this first quarter.
And here comes sophomore quarterback Monty Graham out of an I formation. The snap, keep it on the ground. Anthony Oquendo with the carry. Moving laterally across the 30, turns the left corner of the formation, steps across the 35 and out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Nice quick gain of 6 or 7 on the play, make it a gain of 5. They put him out at the 36-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 5 to go. So right out of the chute, quick hit. Quick run there down the field, keep it on the ground, try to get the sophomore quarterback in Monty Graham comfortable with this offense.
Yeah, I saw that random stat pregame trying to find some information. 2 for 7 on the season throwing the ball, Red Raiders offense.
2nd down, 5 to go. Offset I formation this time. Graham with the pistol. In behind him is Oquendo. He'll ask for the ball. Graham fakes the pitch, keeps it this time. Mountaineers not fooled, closed in and took down Graham. It's a sack in the backfield for the Mountaineers, and they swarmed on that one. Looks like leader to the football there was the linebacker Matt Pihark.
The heralded line that Kate mentioned in the pregame, not wasting any time, blowing up the blocks and getting in the backfield in a hurry.
Lost about half of what was gained on 1st down as we move to 3rd down now. 3rd down and about 8 to go. Ball right around the Red Raider 32-yard line. Coming right to left. Mountaineers wearing the road white tops, evergreen bottoms with the white helmets and the evergreen W's triple stripe up the center of the helmets. Evergreen, black, and a white. On 3rd down. The snap for Graham. Graham busted play and sacked again. Closing off the edge one more time. Here comes the Mountaineers, and it was Matt Quinn-Livin closing in on that one and making the sack.
Yeah, not only closing off the edge, there was no edge on that play. Once again, the Mountaineers defensive line in the backfield quickly before that sweep could even develop.
On 4th down and 13. 3 blocks set up here for Comisanio, and laundry out on the field from everybody. The umpire signaling he's got procedure on this one. So somebody shifted up front on the Red Raider side of the football. They'll penalize 5 yards, and it'll be 4th down and somewhat longer. They'll drop back across their own 25 to the 24-yard line.
Last thing the Red Raiders want to do here is improve the Mountaineers' first field position for their first offensive possession.
4th down and 15 from their 25. Good snap to Comisanio. Shanked it a little offside of his foot, but got good distance on it as it crossed midfield. Skipped across the 45 and took a nice Red Raider bounce across the 40 and was touched down at the Mountaineer 39-yard line. So good change of field position for Comisanio in the punting game.
Good job there. Nice roll. Still pretty good field position here for this Mountaineer offense. Have to see if their offensive line performs as well as their defensive line did there. I'm sure a lot of the same kids going both ways. Have to see how Fitchburg's defense holds up here in their first test.
Here's a 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers. Their own 39-yard line coming left to right. Asking for the football, it's Jameis Higgins. Higgins looks left, swings the pass out complete for halfback out of the backfield, Caleb Marrero. And Marrero will make the catch going into the left sideline, and he steps out of bounds after a gain of 1 right about 40-yard line. Not quite, though. They mark him a little short of the 40, about 39.5. So give him a gain of a half a yard on that play. 2nd down, 9.5 coming up for the Mountaineers. Looked a little better than it was. Ball on left hash here. 3-back backfield, Higgins under center. The snap this time, it's the fullback to Verdi. Straight up the middle, Tomaszewski. As he crosses the 40, he pushes it out to about the 42-yard line. But once again, the Red Raiders right up the middle of the field to close the gaps off. And down goes Tomaszewski after a gain of just 2 on the play.
Good job by the Red Raiders defensive line there. Nose tackle number 71. I don't have him on my sheet here. I'm also, let's add, I'm running the camera here. So if I'm a little discombobulated,
Newton
help me out. help me out here, but I'm having a blast already. Only 4 minutes into this game. This is I give Bradley all the credit in the world. I'll tell you that right now.
It took to 8:36 in quarter one. We already have a Bradley 9-1 call.
Bradley credit.
Shotgun set here for Higgins. Back to pass. He'll set with 4 receivers. Slant coming back across his Doug Kane, the tight end. He slips through a defender as he crosses midfield. The Red Raider 40, 35, and taken down across the 30 at the 28-yard line on a big slant gain coming on the inside play for Doug Kane, the tight end.
Now we know Wachusett's not afraid to throw the ball. Once again, offensively they can score through the air and on the ground, and they showed it right there. Quick slant, big play.
Gain of 29 on the play for a first down for the Mountaineers into Red Raider territory for the first time tonight. 1st and 10 they go, find themselves at the Red Raider 28, middle of the field. 3-back backfield, here's the snap. The give this time is for Dan DeVerti, the right halfback, as he turns the corner at left end, cross the 25 and down at the 24-yard line on a first down gain of 5, 2nd down and 5.
Solid first down play right there. Fitchburg's defense getting tested here early on.
2nd down and 5 to go for the Mountaineers as they walk their way to the 23-yard line at left hash for the Red Raiders. 3-back backfield again. This the snap. Tomaszewski, the fullback, straight up the A gap, pushes his way forward to the 21-yard line. So add 2 more, maybe 3, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down and about 2 to go.
We talk about three phases of the game. Wachusett's got a kick. Can also kick field goals besides the PAT. So wouldn't be surprised to see him make an appearance at some point tonight.
Eli Solomezi is the kicker on this one. 3rd down and 2 to go. 2-back backfield this time, and Higgins under center. The snap. This time he tried to hand it to Marrero, and the Red Raiders were ready for it. Close off the right end of the play, and down they go. Nice job by that front right edge to get in there and shut things down. A loss of 2 on the play. It'll bring up a 4th down and 3 to go.
Peter Rivera leading the charge there, meeting the ball carrier head on. Dropped him for a loss. Early on, 4th down decision here coming up.
And into the huddle comes Seamus Higgins. To the line comes the Mountaineers on a 4th down and 3 to go at the Red Raider 22-yard line at left hash. 3-back backfield. Higgins the snap. Give it to Tomaszewski. Hole opened up at the left side. He's got first down yardage across the 20 and taken down across the 15 at about the 13-yard line. And it's a first down for the Mountaineers. Their drive continues. We pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is high school football on the K-Zone. At 7:06, you're listening to WPKZ, AM 1280 and W287BT, Fitchburg. From high atop Crocker Field in Fitchburg tonight, it's bonus high school football on our road to the rivalry. Fitchburg and Wachusett, happy to have you along with us here on the K-Zone. On 1st down and 10 for the Mountaineers. First down carry there for Marrero, coming from left to right. Crossed the 10-yard line and taken down about the 8. Gained 6 on 1st down. Nice run there for Marrero as the Mountaineers continue their left-to-right drive. Began all the way back on their own 39-yard line, and they've marched their way down inside of the Red Raider 10 at the 7. Higgins comes all the way in from the far sideline with the play.
40 seconds seems like a long time.
It's a lot longer these days when you think about, yes, that 40-second play clock, 25-second resets on administrative items. For the most part, a 40-second play clock. Higgins under center to snap. The right back this time was DeVerti. DeVerti turns the left corner, cross the 5-yard line, and taken down at the 4. Marches forward for a gain of about 2 more. And it'll be a 3rd down and about 3 to go. They need to move the football to the Red Raider. Looks like 3-ish yard line for that 1st down.
E. Jones coming up there from his defensive back position. Looked like that ball was headed into the end zone. Put a good stick on him. See if the Red Raiders defense can stiffen here. Keep the Mountaineers out of the end zone.
3rd down and 3 to go. 3 backfield behind Higgins. The snap, the give, the back going straight forward on that one. Looked like Diverti, the right back, continued to push his legs forward. Whistle stopped the play. They're shy of the goal line, but they are very close to a Mountaineer first down if they didn't have it. Possibly 4 shots here from about the 2.5-yard line to pay dirt for the Mountaineers. And the signal from the white hat is first down and goal to go for the Mountaineers at the Red Raider 2.5-yard line.
Wachusett continuing a steady march downfield, chewing up yards with their running game.
And clock.
And
chewing
clock,
up
too.
Clock.
4:05 to play here in the first quarter. No score, Fitchburg and Wachusett. Each team has had 1 touch of the football. The Mountaineers continues to drive.
This is the 11th play of this drive. Started at 9:49.
Straight back wing T formation. The snap, give it to the fullback, Tomaszewski. He plowed straight into the A gap, and it looks like the phalanx of Red Raiders clogged the hole. Didn't allow him forward. Maybe a half-yard gained on the play. Looks like 2nd and goal to go from about the 2-yard line.
Getting ever so close.
Inching.
Here comes Higgins back into the huddle after talking to head coach Mike Dubzinski with the play. Three backs in that wing T formation in the backfield. Higgins under center. Red Raiders were shifting on the line. Somebody may have jumped off sides.
I think that's going to be against the Red Raiders.
And, of course, you heard Coach Tom DiGeronimo in our Coach's Corner, brought to you by Bolton Orchard's pregame, talking about just how much those little mental mistakes can make a difference. Offsides is the signal against the Red Raiders. Half the distance, yes, given how close they are to the goal line. They'll give them about 1/2 yard. It'll be 2nd and goal to go from about the 1/2 yard line. Here comes Higgins to the line. 3-back backfield. Under center goes Higgins. The snap. Tomaszewski plows forward off the right side of the formation, untouched into the end zone for the Mountaineer touchdown.
Decided to go to the opposite side that time. They've been kind of beating up the left side, took it over to the right side, untouched into the end zone.
6-0, the Mountaineers grab the lead. Eli Solmese will come on to attempt the point after. Just a shade under 3 minutes to play here in quarter number 1. Seamus Higgins, the starting quarterback, also the holder for Solmese on the place kicks. Somebody was off. There we go. Whistles kill the play. It continued, however, and up and through was Solmese's kick towards Circle Street, but they are not going to get it. Offsides is the call. By rule in the Federation, remember, offsides or encroachment kills the play. It becomes a dead ball. There are no more free plays. So
it's a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, they'll give them the penalized, half yardage, if you will, half distance, and they'll get an opportunity to re-snap and re-kick the point after.
I suppose they don't want anybody to get hurt on free play. Maybe.
Kate, coming up after this one, we're going to introduce the Fitchburg offense after this point after.
Ready.
So they'll retry the point after. Red Raiders showing again like they're going to come. Somebody may have jumped, but they let him get back. Higgins on a busted play. Now rolling out, flips it to the back of the end zone, and the 2-point conversion attempt. No good. Teams come back up the field. 2:57 play in the first quarter to score. Wachusett 6 and Fitchburg nothing. Starting lineups brought to you by Leominster Credit Union. Make your plans happen at LCU. It starts with membership at Leominster Credit Union. You're somebody online at leominstercu.com. Let's meet that Fitchburg offense.
Dylan Arujo, 8, senior, tight end.
Gio Long, 72, junior, left tackle. Messias Newman, number 71, sophomore, left guard.
Jaden Velasquez, 64, junior, center.
Samson Faulkner, number 73, sophomore, offensive guard.
Stones Gachidi, number 55, senior, right tackle.
And so there's the front protecting the sophomore quarterback in Monty Graham. We'll meet the backs and specialists coming up in 1 second. First, the ball back on the T, 40-yard line at our left. Solmese sets his line down, 3-point stance, straight down the line. And here's Solmese on the approach again. Swings that right leg end over end. It fades and will be returned. And on that return, coming straight up the middle of the field, stepping across the 25, stood up around the 30, and down go the Red Raiders there. Looks like Henry Yang on the return was met by a whole lot of force. Make it D. Jones 5 on the return. Pushes the ball out to the Red Raider 28-yard line. Kate Leominster Credit Union introduces us to the members of the backs and receiving corps for the Red Raiders.
Montgomery Graham, 1, junior, quarterback.
Anthony Oquendo, number 7, sophomore, running back. Jason Corbeil, 40, junior, fullback.
Donovan DeLeon, number 9, sophomore, wide receiver.
Gio Maroney, number 18, senior.
Brian Rivera, number 20, junior, wide receiver.
First down play, bounce to the outside right of the formation in the hands this time of Oquendo. And Oquendo was stopped in the backfield for a loss of 2, and it'll be second down, 12 to go, as Leominster Credit Union introduces you to that Fitchburg offense. Remember, you can find Leominster Credit Union online at leominstercu.com. Second down and 12 to go. Monty Graham back into the huddle from the near sideline after consulting with head coach Tom DiGeronimo. He'll set up an offset I backfield this time. The tight end on the play is Oquendo, and the laundry's out. Was the official on the Red Raiders sideline that had the flag out on the play. They said the motion was on the Red Raiders side of the football, so penalize 5 more yards and walks them back across the 25 to about their own 21-yard line. It'll bring up a 2nd and 17. They need to move the football out to their own 38 for a first down. Here's that I formation again. The lefty quarterback Graham back to pass on 2-step throws, and the pass is grounded incomplete. The Mountaineers swarmed the football there, thinking it was potentially a fumble, but it was a forward pass, but barely, and was intended this time for Donovan DeLeon.
Very close to a lateral pass there. We saw that in the Leominster game last week, turned into a fumble recovered by Doherty. It was, I don't want to say game changer, but it happened at a key time in the game. Blue Devils trying to control the ball, but you got to be careful with those side passes.
That was funny. Don't want to say it was a game changer, but it did happen at a key point in the game.
I don't think it led to points, but what it did lead to was Leominster not burning clock.
Game changer.
I always told you had the wrong career.
You know,
I mean, that was really well done.
I wouldn't call it a game changer. It didn't lead to points, but it definitely. But
there's a guy in the nation's capital. He lives in, let's say, a big white house. Use you.
Game
3rd and 17. Back to pass. Graham. Delayed draw. Tries to move forward. Handful of jersey, and down he goes. Big play there. It looked like 78 on the play for the Mountaineers. Jeremiah Mark got a hand on him, slowing Graham down and allowing the rest of the Mountaineers to swarm to him. And down he goes after a short gain on the play. Still going to bring up a 4th down and long. Ball right about their own 20-yard line for the Red Raiders. And they'll be forced to punt.
I think he actually lost about 2 more yards on that one.
Nonetheless, 4th and longer.
Yes, indeed.
Comasana stands at his own 5-yard line awaiting the snap to punt.
I have to say the Mountaineers are bringing it like I expected them to, offensively and defensively. Their line just controlling both sides of the ball right now.
Personnel problems on the field. Nick Irizarry was late to come in that left tackle spot in that formation to punt. Punt downfield was a low liner there. Comasana was looking for a flag, felt like he got contacted on that one. But the ball rolled out across midfield, or just shy of midfield, excuse me, to the 45-yard line of the Red Raiders. Not quite able to push the Mountaineers back to their own side of midfield. Will give Mountaineers the football. 1st down and 10 at the Red Raider 45-yard line with 49.5 seconds to play here in quarter 1, and the Mountaineers enjoying a 6-0 lead thus far. Their 2nd touch of the football here. First one chewed up the large bulk of quarter number 1 thus far. 4 receivers spread out of the gun this time. Here's the snap. Higgins got the high snap, got the handoff to Tomaszewski. Tomaszewski may have been grabbed by the face mask in the backfield, slowed him down enough that allowed the Red Raiders to make the hit for the loss on the play, but the flag is out. Remember, in Federation rules, you have both a 5-yard incidental contact face mask and a 15-yard major face mask if it was used in the creation of the tackle. We'll await the signal here.
I like mic'd up ref tonight, too.
It is nice.
It is very helpful. They call it the 15-yard variety, a personal foul 15-yard face mask there. The next thing will be, the next iteration, they continue with this whole miking the official thing. Maybe we'll get a line to it. We'll be able to hear it as well.
Right now, 26 yards in penalties for the Red Raiders, who Wachusett 0 yards in penalties.
First down, 10 to go. After the enforcement of the penalty on first down on the previous play, moves the ball at 15 yards across the Red Raider, 35 to the 34-yard line at left hash. Three-back backfield, Higgins under center. Snap, double fake, he's rolling out looking to throw. Looking for the tight end, now he's going to tuck and run. Higgins is improvising here. Steps across the defense and down across the 30 at the 29-yard line. Goes for a gain of 3, and it'll be second down at 7.
Looked like he had his eyes on something downfield, but wise choice right there, not to force the ball. Try to make something positive come out of that broken play.
Final seconds of this first quarter wrap up here. 6-0 Mountaineers. Teams change ends. Second quarter when we come back. You're listening to high school football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Rivalry Family Media tonight. Happy to have you along with us. Happy to add just a little bit of something to Bill Thomas's playbook as well, as he's now camera operator for football as well. It just adds another little wrinkle here. But Bill, we couldn't resist the opportunity to come on out with our family at Rivalry Family Media and have the opportunity here to bring this game to folks in replay to Facebook Live as well as archived out there on YouTube. And thanks to our partners at WPKZ as well.
Oh, absolutely. You know, any little extra to add to the broadcast, add to the Rivalry Family Media network. You know, I got my indoctrination in this basketball. This is a little slower. I'm actually enjoying the game while I'm running the camera. Unlike basketball, sometimes I forgot to move the camera. I'm on the wrong end. Get the back in play. It's just much more relaxing right here.
Anytime radio steps away, we will have bonus coverage for you here on Rivalry Family Media.
Nice crowd over on the Wachusett side. Coming back to play.
Back to historic Crocker Field in Fitchburg, high above, looking down on a gorgeous playing surface. Credit to the Crocker Field Restoration Committee. Second 12 minutes on the board, second down and 7. Higgins missed the handoff from his own 31-yard line. Ball came loose, and to the bottom of the pile go the Red Raiders, and they come up with it. 71 on the play is Maz Newton. The defensive end battled to the bottom of the pile and recovered the fumble. And the Red Raiders showing signs of life here at the beginning of quarter number 2.
Misplayed, mishandled handoff right there. And Johnny on the spot, that defensive line.
Maz Newton right on top of football. So the Red Raiders look to build some momentum here. First and 10, their own 31-yard line coming left to right. Montgomery Graham under center out of an eye. Here's the snap. Give it to the tailback, Oquendo. Oquendo bounces off through the B gap, crossing the 30 and taken down right around the 33-yard line. Gain of 2. Second down and 8 to go. 6-0. Wachusett on top of Fitchburg, but Fitchburg looking to build on a turnover on that last play.
You know, Kate, you brought something up during the pregame. Does Fitchburg dare to try to throw the ball, go over the top if they don't have success running? I think we're going to find out real quick here.
Check of the time and temperature coming up after this play for you. Second down and 8 to go. Straight back I formation here. Here's the snap. Give it to Oquendo. Lots of room opened up in the middle of the field. He crossed the 40. First down across the 41-yard line. Now the 45. Slips away from a defender crossing midfield and over to the 45-yard line of the Mountaineers. They say he stepped out at the 46 on a gain of 20 for Anthony Oquendo.
Well, that woke the crowd up. All you got to say is something's not going to happen, and it does. So I'm going to keep trying to forecast what Fitchburg might do. They'll do the opposite and be successful.
So far, so good. Check of the time and temperature brought to you by Acme Carpet One in Lunenburg, a local family-owned floor covering store doing business in the same location for over 50 years. Online at acmecarpet1.com. 59 degrees under clear skies and 722 on a Friday night, September the 27th. Happy to have you along with us on this first of 2 football games on doubleheader weekend here on the K-Zone. First down carry there. They feed beast once again. It's Oquendo. Room off the right side across the Mountaineer 40 and down at the Mountaineer 38-yard line. Chews up another chunk of 8. It'll be second down and 2 to go.
Amazing how fast the clock is running in this game, even though they add that extra minute to each quarter here in Massachusetts this year. courtesy of the Federation rulebook. If you run the ball on just about every play, the clock really doesn't stop.
Indeed it does not. Here's the snap on 2nd and 2, and big hit in the backfield. They went back to Oquendo again, and now a flag out at the end of the play. There was Monty Graham. Nice leadership there, pointing to the referee, saying, hey, 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 something happened there, and all of a sudden the flag came out. Mountaineer head coach Mike Dubzinski would like an explanation. He's going to talk things over with the white hat, and we'll get a signal coming up.
It was a quick hit right there.
Yeah.
A lot of hand movement by the officials.
It looks like, yeah, I think Tomaszewski might have just gotten ejected. Looks like a signal for disqualification. He was getting the thumb toward the sideline.
Yep, disqualified.
Yeah. Number 30. That's the fullback. Aiden Tomaszewski also plays the defensive line. He's been ejected from the football game.
Tomaszewski for Wachusett right now, their leading rusher with 6 touches, a total of 15 yards. As long as for 9, he's averaging 2.5 yards per carry. Now this is going to make DeVerde and Marrero for Wachusett have to do the yeoman's amount of work in the rushing game for them as he's ejected.
We see the Red Raider injured
See.
player.
Yeah, get a good look 53. On that. It looks like, yeah, 53 there, Bill Thomas. Peter Rivera. Rivera plays the line, also in the linebacking core as well. 10-19 to play here in the second quarter. Mountaineers with the 6-0 lead and some extracurriculars at the end of the last play. Something happened there. And immediately, Monty Graham recognized it as the quarterback. The flag came out from the crew chief, and not only was there a 15-yard personal foul, but there was an ejection of the defensive lineman and fullback, Aiden Tomaszewski. We'll have more on that as we continue throughout the night. Meanwhile, Red Raiders continue on first down. They bounce it out laterally here in Mountaineer territory, cross the 30, shy of the 25, about the 26-yard line. First touch of the football game, 27 is Duncan Poitras on the carry. Got to get that out in the light so I can see it. There we go. They'll give him a gain of about a yard. 2nd down and 9 to go. Find themselves at the 26-yard line of the Mountaineers, going left to right of the Red Raiders here in quarter number 2. Offset I formation here. Barisano, the fullback, offset to the right. Snap, feed it again this time to Poitras. He stood up at the line this time, may have had a short loss on the play, right around the 26-yard line once again.
Yeah, they bring him back just about a yard.
Quick whistles right there, too. Still some forward momentum going on, but it's almost like the officials are trying to keep the kids from piling into the tackle, having the ball carrier stood up there and get piled into.
3rd down and 9 to go. From the 26-yard line of the Mountaineers at right hash. Montgomery Graham in his huddle. He'll break it out. Here comes the team. Red Raiders will stretch out here. 3 receivers into the formation. 2 of them at the open side left. Snap, back to pass. Hits his back foot on 3 steps. Does Graham, the lefty. Looks out to his right and throws across his body. Long and incomplete. The intended receiver along that right sideline was Alex Rojas. And it'll bring up a 4th down and about 9 to go. They need to move the football to Mountaineer 17-yard line for a first down, snapping here from about the 26.
One of the few stoppages in the clock here in this one. We're already, 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the second quarter, but it looks like Fitchburg's offense staying on the field, Todd.
Indeed they are. They're too close probably to punt here, not quite close enough to try the field goal, so they'll go for it here on 4th down and 9. Out of the gun again. Graham back to pass. Floats out to his left, looking downfield. A little bit of hand grabbing down the field, but the pass will fall incomplete. Donovan DeLeon was the intended receiver. Great coverage by Luke Stelmach in one-on-one coverage going out to that left flag, and the pass will fall incomplete. Turnover on downs. Ball back to the Mountaineers.
Red Raiders offense, though, showing a little bit of life there, especially on the ground. No sooner they say, commenting about Kate, maybe they go over the top. Prove me wrong. Smartly moved the ball down the field. Now they just got to show a little defense.
Officials trying to get the football. It went out to the far side of the field. They've got it. Now the umpire has to run in over the top of the ball as half the crew was chasing down that football. They got it now, still trying to corral it. Off to the sideline it goes in, will return to regular order. 1st down and 10 to go. The ball from the 26-yard line, their own for the Mountaineers, as they come right to left. 3 back set, here's the snap. The give this time, put it in the hands of Marrero. And Marrero comes from left backs across the right, makes the turn at the right corner, and met there by the Red Raider defense after a short gain on the play. Give him a gain of 2, maybe 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 to go.
Giovanni Marone leading the defense there. Good job sealing off the edge there. Nice one-on-one tackle.
Key will be seeing who the Mountaineers put in at that fullback spot. Looks like 44 is going to do the job here. Angelo Smith looks like he's getting that tight end spot in place of Tomaszewski, who was ejected in the last defensive series. Back to pass, Higgins looks up to his left, slant coming back and in and out of the hands, incomplete. Nice coverage there. The intended receiver was Dion Osei Sarapong.
Good coverage there on the Red Raiders side by Latrell Bodie, getting in the middle of that play.
Just under 8 minutes, 7:59 with the stop clock on the incompletion to play here, 2nd quarter. 6-0 Wachusett's lead here on the K-Zone tonight. Shotgun set for Higgins. 3 receivers, short side to the right. Back to pass Higgins. He'll now be flushed. Rolls toward those strips. Floats downfield long and incomplete. D. Jones in coverage downfield with the halfback Marrero, who went down the right numbers. The pass was long from Higgins, incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th down, 7 to go for the Mountaineers from their own 26-yard line.
I don't believe the clock moved. It's. I'm fairly certain.
Let's see the Mountaineers send their punt team out there.
They've got a great
taking their time,
Solmazy, so I'm not surprised.
A little bit of confusion. I think it's going to lead to a timeout.
Yeah, Coach Mike Dobzinski will grab the timeout. Gives us a chance to take a look at our hard-working player spotlight. It's brought to you by High Country Workwear in Leominster, the store that works for you. From medical wear to chef's coats, rain gear, and more, high-quality outdoor safety and work footwear for men and women. Want a personalized touch? High Country Workwear also offers custom embroidery. High Country Workwear, 155 Hamilton Street in Leominster, online at highcountryworkwear.com. Our High Country Workwear hard-working player spotlight. Bill Thomas, who's standing out to you? It can't be Aiden Tomaszewski. He's done.
I have to tell you, just I'm pretty impressed with the Mountaineers defense. You know, the controlling, except for that one drive there, they've been doing a good job controlling the Red Raiders offense. We'll have to see if the Red Raiders can break through. They showed some life there in that last drive, but pretty impressed with Mountaineers defense.
They've certainly made it difficult for the Red Raiders to get any kind of traction on the offensive side of the football. Solmazy stands back at his own 13 to punt. Good snap, right in the numbers. Steps forward, swings the leg. Nice high arc. They call poison as it continues to roll across the Red Raider 40 and is touched down around the 36-yard line. Almost whacked Anthony Oquendo, who was floating downfield in coverage and wasn't quite sure where the football was.
So that would have been bad.
That would have been very bad.
Got to be careful, you know, especially at this high school level. Unpredictable punting game, and the ball can come down and get you. You're not very far down the line of scrimmage.
1st down and 10 to go for the Red Raiders. Their own 36-yard line, just a step inside of right hash. 7:40 to play, 2nd quarter. They're chasing 6. Just 6-0 Mountaineers in what has been a defensive football game thus far. I backfield this time behind Graham. It's Barasanio and then Oquendo. Fake, roll out, throw. Pass is caught for the fullback. Barasanio out of the backfield. Got some room, turning the left numbers. Cross the 45 and out of bounds just shy of midfield. Have a Red Raider 48-yard line, and it's a 1st down for Fitchburg on a gain of 14. There may be a flag out on the play. If there is, it was over on the line side right in front of the Mountaineer bench. Illegal block in the back is the signal against the Red Raiders, so that penalty will be enforced from the spot of the flag, which they're saying is the 44-yard line. So mark it 10 yards from there. We'll go back to the 34, and in total it will be a loss of 2, and so you'll replay it down. It'll be a 1st and 12.
In reality, a loss of 16,
yeah, when you
and
really
a nice
think about
pass play wiped off the books.
And probably the first cohesive offensive play that Fitchburg enjoyed through the air, and fortunately called back on a flag.
But they did show it to the Mountaineers, and it's something for them to think about.
1st down and 12 to go. Back from their own 34 left hash. The snap out of the eye. Higgins got it in the hands of Oquendo, but Oquendo was hit immediately, and down he went. Graham got it in his back pocket, and he just was not able to do anything with it. Defense was already in the backfield.
Speaking of the defense, led by, and we've called his number a couple times, number 51, Jacob Nadeau. He's been leading the charge on the defensive side for the Mountaineers all night.
6:53 to play in the second quarter, 6-0 the Mountaineer lead. Fitchburg looked like they were going to be able to take advantage and move the drive along. Got an early pass play, called back on a flag on this drive. And so make it second down this time and 16. Ball snap from their own 31-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Straight back I formation, Barasanio, then Oquendo. Graham back to pass, three-step slant, come from the right, pass complete, snared out of the air by Brian Rivera across the 40 and down at their own 43-yard line. Goes for a gain of 10, and it'll bring up a third down and manageable. Third down, about 5 to go.
Nice job right there. You know, you got to make those quick hits because the Mountaineers defense is pouring through those blocks, and you got to get out there quick, or next thing you know, they're in the backfield.
De Leon will head out as the receiver wide to the right in a twins formation out to the left. Here's the snap, back to pass, Graham on the delay. A gap opened up, he had some room, but all of a sudden started moving laterally instead of forward. Came up shy of the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Looked like he was going to bust that right up the middle. Decided to run east and west there, and forward motion was completely lost.
Needed to get to his own 46.5 for the first down. Not able to get there. It'll bring up a fourth down and about 3 to go on their own side of midfield. Fitchburg has no choice. They'll go back in punt formation once again. Comasana stands at his own 31 to punt. Asks for the ball. Sets behind it. Good snap. Kick is away. Actually, different punter on field this time. That was Jovan Falcon. And Falcon with a good low line drive, got some room, took a Red Raider bounce across the Mountaineer 30, 25, and touchdown at the Mountaineer 20-yard line. Nice change of field position, a rugby-style kick there. That's going to push the Mountaineers back to their own 20-yard line where they'll begin this drive first down 10.
You know, Red Raiders have a little momentum defensively now, and see if they can't carry that through here. Got a nice change in field position. Have to see if they can't put a 3-and-out here on the Mountaineers.
6-0 the Mountaineer lead, 5:06 to play here in the first half. Higgins under center, three-back backfield. The snap and the give this time, it was for DeVerde as DeVerde turns, coming from the right back position, turns the left corner. Got to try to pick up those numbers as it's at, as Coach Dave Palazzi of Leominster fame formerly said, crisscross applesauce. Everybody's going in every direction. You're trying to find where the football goes. DeVerde gains 8 on first down, second down and 2 from their own 28-yard line. Three-back set again, Higgins under center. Snap and the give. Forward into the gap with some room here. Stood up, should be a first down for the Mountaineers. Looks like 44, yes it was Angelo Smith, who is the replacement fullback.
They're in the line to gain, going to get the Mountaineers a new set of downs.
Indeed it will. They'll be just shy of their own 35-yard line at the 34 at left hash. Three backs at Higgins under center, receiver wide to the right. Here's the snap, the give. DeVerde turning left corner, throws a little shimmy. Now angle in reverse, cuts his way to the right across the 40. 45 and taken down around the 47-yard line. It's another first down for the Mountaineers. And Dan DeVerde, nice shifty move there for a gain of 13.
Mountaineers continue to run those running backs on and off the field, keeping them fresh.
First down and 10 to go for the Mountaineers, their own 48-yard line. Personnel problems for the Red Raiders. Defensive coordinator Charlie Raff had to pull somebody back to the near bench. The snap and the give this time, it's Marrero. Marrero moving laterally across the 45, going the wrong way downfield, and his forward progress stopped as the Red Raiders front and linebackers stand up the play and push it back. Major loss on the play. It'll be second down and very long.
Red Raiders having a little team meeting over there. Front seven all getting in on that tackle.
3:20 to play here in the second quarter. Wachusett 6-0 lead. Officially a loss of 8 on first down. It'll go for second down and 18. Mountaineers need to move the football to the Red Raider 42-yard line for first down. Snapping here from their own 43. The snap. There was a second handoff. Ball may have been picked up. It looked like it was initially lost, but it got in the hands of Marrero, and forward Marrero went, crossed the Mountaineer 45 and taken down around the 47-yard line. There was, Bill Thomas, that shell game, that hide and seek with the football. The second handoff almost cost them. Wasn't quite a sure-handed handoff.
And I had trouble following the crowd there. I was coming on that sweep. The next thing you know, the ball was going the other direction.
They recover about 5 on the play, so make it 3rd and 13 here. Ball snap from their own 46-yard line at right hash. Shotgun set here for Higgins. Trips, bunched real tight to the short side right. Higgins back to pass on 5 steps. Now push out to his left. Launches downfield into double coverage. And picked off! Anthony Oquendo with the interception at his own 25 on the return. Flag flies into the backfield. Oquendo still on his feet. He got midfield, pushed out of bounds at the Mountaineer 30-yard line. Huge return for Anthony Oquendo, but there is a flag out. It's right about the 46-yard line. It's a return of 50 for the moment. But with that flag out at the 46, I'm thinking it's a block on the return that's going to be a problem. It will be Fitchburg football, but they're going to be taking over from their own half of the field.
It looks like it's going to be post-interception on the return. It's going to wipe out a nice return, but it's not going to wipe out the Red Raiders taking over on that turnover.
The call is a block in the back again. Fitchburg on the return. It is their football, but they'll enforce a 10-yard penalty from the 46-yard line of Fitchburg. We'll mark them back to their own 36. So after changing field position, they get the ball back almost exactly where they gave it up a handful of plays ago. 2:04 to play here in the second quarter. 6-0 Wachusett lead, and Fitchburg desperately would like to get something going on this drive to get something positive going into halftime. High school football on the K-Zone brought to you by Hometown Bank, Fraticelli Oil Company, Daewoo North Superstore, and ROI Office Furniture and Systems. On first down and 10, Higgins back to pass with some time, looks out to his left and throws, passes long and incomplete. Dylan Arujo was the intended receiver, and it floated just a little long of him. He had beaten coverage down the right side of the field, but Arujo couldn't reel it in. Higgins couldn't find the target either.
Straight down the hash marks there, a little go pattern, couldn't quite connect. Look good, though. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go back. That's what they got to do. They got to quick hitters, keep the Mountaineers rush at bay.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball snap from their own 36-yard line for Fitchburg at right hash. 1:59 to play in the second quarter. 6-0 Wachusett's lead. Pistol formation here. DeLeon will shift in motion. He'll be in the backfield at the snap. The give immediately stood up in the play, and down it went. It was in the hands of Duncan Petras. Had a couple of early touches in the first quarter. Lost some yardage here as he immediately touched the football and was swarmed.
Once again, defense on the Mountaineers side led by number 51. And he comes up holding his chest. Jacob Nadeau, you know, he took a hit earlier in the game, but he's holding his rib cage there. He's playing hurt right now, and he's going to come off the field.
It's going to bring up a third down and 12 to go. Ball back across the Red Raider 35 at their 34-yard line right hash. And the clock continues to wind, under 1 minute and 20 seconds to play here in the first half.
Big loss, Nadeau off the field here from his middle linebacker position.
Shotgun set for Graham. 3 backs in the backfield. Graham back to pass on 3 steps. Looks out to the right boundary and throws. Pass is incomplete. Intended receiver was Latrell Bodie. He had gotten inside position coming into the right boundary, but couldn't catch the football. Nice coverage there downfield. Looked like 17 on the play for the Mountaineers. Kevin Valentine with the coverage.
Fortunately, what's going to happen now with that 3 and out, the Red Raiders are giving the ball back to the Mountaineers. About a minute left in the half. I'm sure that's not what the Red Raiders were looking to do there.
And 2 timeouts to work with as well, Bill Thomas.
Exactly.
Fourth down and 12 to go. Fitchburg forced a punt from their own 34-yard line will be the snap. Falcon stands at his own 21 to punt. Good snap. Falcon gets it away high, And fair catch signaled and made in a crowd. What a great play there by Thomas Reiki. He was able to keep his eye on the football with the Red Raiders standing around him. It looks like he was standing in a brick red phone booth. They had him in all directions. Made a great play. Nice eye on the ball.
That's not easy to do either. Good concentration.
56.5 seconds remaining here in quarter two. 6-0 Wachusett's lead. 2 timeouts to work with, and they'll have the football right about the middle of the field. They'll be snapping from their own 44-yard line. Shotgun set, 4 receivers, even split. Marrero will go in motion, setting up trips to the right. Back to pass Higgins. Rolls out and throws. Underneath, pass is caught complete for Doug Kane. Kane goes toward the right side of the field, and he'll be just out of bounds at around the 49-yard line of Fitchburg. They give him a step just across midfield. Fitchburg 49. And Coach Mike Dubzinski will step in for the timeout. 47.5 seconds to play here in the second quarter. 6-0 Wachusett's lead. And the timeout taken by Mike Dubzinski. So that play was down inbounds. High school football on the K-Zone brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Helping you get where you want to be with heart. Clear Path for Veterans New England by Northeast Insurance. Supporting the journey home. And Leominster Monument Company, where memories are forever. Happy to have you along with us here on the K-Zone. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a full recap of half number 1. Kate's got her stats for you. We'll check the scores around the region. A lot of great football going on out there tonight, and lots more great football on deck, including our second game of a doubleheader weekend coming up tomorrow with a special 2:30 kickoff. It's Leominster and Neshoba. 2 o'clock, our countdown to kickoff from the turf field at Neshoba Regional. Looking forward to bringing you that one tomorrow right here on the K-Zone as well. Second down and 2 to go here for the Mountaineers. At the Red Raider 49 at right hash. Out of the timeout. Empty set. 5 receivers going downfield for Higgins. Higgins, pressure from the blind side. Snapped the ball over the middle. It was complete for DeVerti. DeVerti across the 40 to the 35-yard line. And down he goes there at the Fitchburg 35. And a timeout taken after a gain of 13. 39.1 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Wachusett's lead is 6 at 6-0.
You know, I'd be remiss if I didn't add tomorrow Ken Tucker Memorial Game. So it'll be a lot of emotions at the high school in Bolton, Neshoba Regional. You know, a longtime coach passed away this past summer. So
and a Leominster High School alumni as well.
Yeah, a lot of connections. Dick Tucker's, you know,
Dick Tucker going to be doing the pregame
announcer,
ceremony as well. Ken's brother out there at the turf field. We're looking forward to being a part of it. They're having a USA theme out there tomorrow. So we'll be chipping in and participating there with the red, white, and blue. Come on out to the turf field, see that Leominster Neshoba game, and splash a little red, white, and blue patriotic colors into your wardrobe in honor of that legendary coach, Ken Tucker, as well. So the Mountaineers out of timeouts now. 39 and 1/10 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They've got a 6-0 lead. Need probably another maybe 10 to 15 yards to put themselves in Solmazy's field goal range. 5 receivers in the formation, 3 at the left. The snap, Higgins back to pass. Flushed in either direction, but he's got some room. He's going to tuck the ball and run. He's got right sideline. Across the 30, 25. Whistles blow, stepped out of bounds right about the 24-yard line. It's a first down and a gain of 13 for the Mountaineers on an improvised play by Seamus Higgins. 31 and 8/10 seconds remaining here in the second quarter and a 6-0 Wachusett lead. They can't take a timeout, so if they run a play here, it's either going to be an incomplete pass or it's going to go into the boundary to stop the play.
Saw Doherty run a play, get up there and clock the ball right at the end to save their clock. Clock time after being out of timeout, so plenty of time.
Not a huge issue right now, but it could be if you don't get to the right place. On first down and 10, empty set, backpedaling, rolling out, and Higgins will keep it himself. He's going to sprint to the near side, across the 20, now the 10, now the 5, and he'll step out of bounds across the 5-yard line, and it'll be first and goal to go for the Mountaineers. So much for my thoughts about downfield passing. 22 and 6/10 seconds to play here in the second quarter, and they're looking to add their 6-0 lead off the legs of the mobile quarterback, Seamus Higgins.
Took it all the way down to the 5-yard line. 22.6 seconds on the clock, plenty of time.
Coming up this Sunday on the K-Zone, the Scholastic Sports Zone, 11 to noon, Howard Kahn and crew. They'll have Ulster High School soccer players Yago Miller and Andrew Sanchez in studio as their athletes of the week. That's coming up with Howie Kahn and crew Sunday, 11 to noon, inside the Scholastic Sports Zone, here on the K-Zone, AM 1280 and 105.3 FM, streaming WPKZstream.com. Wing T backfield under center goes Higgins. Higgins the snap, 3-step set. He's going to float, back corner of the end zone looking for Kane, and it is long and incomplete. D. Jones was step for step with that one. Kane's a little limbo going into the rail on the far side. Safely makes his way back out onto the field, and the incompletion stops the clock with 18 and 1/10 seconds to play here in the second quarter and a 6-0 Mountaineer lead. Higgins already back in with the next play here.
That fade was there, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him go back to it. Just a little bit overthrown. Got to think they're going to throw the ball here all 3 plays.
Straight line, 3 backs in the backfield. Higgins under center, 3 steps. There's that same play again. D. Jones in coverage. Jones might have had better angle to the ball. It will fall harmlessly incomplete. Doug Kane was the intended receiver again, and Bill Thomas, you were right. It was there, so they went back after it again.
Yeah, Kane just curved more to the sideline there, didn't continue to that far post. Like I say, the defender was closer to the ball there. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go with that again. You know, I mean, it's risky running the ball here.
3rd and goal from the Fitchburg 4-yard line for the Mountaineers.
I think one more shot at a pass play and then a field goal attempt.
And they've got the time to do it. 4 receivers will go out in the formation this time. Here's the snap. Higgins going to roll toward the trips that go out to the right. He's directing traffic, looks back at the end zone, and it is into the hands of his halfback, Caleb Marrero, and it's a Mountaineer touchdown. It looked like Fitchburg may have batted the ball, but somehow it threaded the needle. Higgins to Marrero for the touchdown.
Looked like it whizzed right by a receiver right in the goal line there. Somehow ended up in the second receiver's hand.
There is a flag down on the play, Bill Thomas, right around the 2-yard line, and they're coming over to talk to Fitchburg head coach Tom DiGeronimo. This may be coming off the board. For the Mountaineers, that would be frustrating here. 5.7 seconds to play here in the half.
Fitchburg would be elated.
Crew chief now goes over to talk to head coach Mike Dubzinski, and it looks like field goal opportunity coming here.
Post.
It looks like unsportsmanlike conduct was the signal, so it's going to happen after the play. So the unsportsmanlike conduct happened after the touchdown. So the points are good. It's 12-0, 6 points on the board for Wachusett. 12-0 their lead. The point after coming up, the enforcement on that will be on the kickoff.
Dead ball foul right there, so the touchdown stays on the board.
So the Mountaineers keep the points, but now they're
going to back them up.
I would say they're backing them up now.
Back them up on this extra point attempt. I think this makes sense.
Going to make it that much more difficult to add to the lead.
I think they were going to go for 2 there, and it's not something Fitchburg wanted to see right now.
So the point after try will be snapped back across the 15 and about the 18-yard line of Fitchburg, with the Mountaineers going right to left to try this point after set. And it looks like, even though Solmazy's got a great leg, they're going to go for 2 nonetheless with the room. Want to make this an even 2-score plus 2-point after lead.
Makes sense.
4 receivers balanced in the formation. Out of the gun, Higgins. Back to pass. Enjoys some time. Rolls out to the left. Slips as he throws. Laying out for it, but not able to reel it in. 2-point conversion, no good. He went back to Caleb Marrero, who had the touchdown catch. And Marrero was not able to reel in the 2-point conversion attempt. Teams coming back up the field. 5.7 seconds to play here in the half. 12-0 Wachusett the lead. We'll keep it right here at Crocker Field in Fitchburg. Coming up at the half, Kate will run down our first half stats for those of you joining us here on the K-Zone. We'll check that halftime scoreboard. Peak performance of the first half. Lots of options to choose from here. And our mid-game adjustments. All that coming up at the half. Stay with us here on AM 1280, 105.3 FM, and streaming at WPKZstream.com. Those of you joining us via Rivalry Family Media will have a performance for the Fitchburg High School Marching Band and your first half stats. All that coming up as we roll toward halftime here in about just 6 ticks here of the Crocker Field scoreboard. Ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our right. Sulmazy sets down his line. D. Jones, Donovan DeLeon back to return for Fitchburg. Little pooch kick, little scoot, and nobody played the ball. It went right in between the two return men. On return, it's Latrell Bodie. Bodie will return the ball back out across his own 10 to about the 15-yard line. Little confusion there between Bodie and D. Jones. Ball went right up the middle of the two of them, and nobody fielded it.
That means 1 second remains on the clock.
Yeah, 1.5 seconds remaining here in the first half. Fitchburg's going to go to the locker room, trailing 12-0, assumedly here. I'm guessing one snap of the football there for Montgomery Graham, and he'll kneel it down, and we'll be at halftime. I formation behind Graham. Two receivers open side left. Snap. They're going to go sweep going to the outside with the edge and some room. It's Poitras. He'll turn the left corner, and he'll be stood up shy of the 20 at about the 18-yard line, and it's halftime here at Crocker Field. Teams head to the locker room with the score. Wachusett 12 and Fitchburg nothing. Interesting first half of play, Bill Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, back and forth, I give Fitchburg a lot of credit. They held their own there, played some defense, got the offense for Wachusett Mountaineers off the field, showed some life, but unfortunately couldn't cross the goal line on their own.
And that's going to be the key. Some great defense by both teams. Only one team able to advance with the offense. It's the Mountaineers. They've posted 12 to halftime. They'll take that 12-0 lead into the locker room. Wachusett 12 and Fitchburg nothing. A break, and we're back with our halftime show next. This is high school football on the K-Zone. Tim, we're going to be going in and out quickly here at halftime. We're going to make up a couple of breaks. Halftime here at Crocker Field, and happy to have you along with us here on the K-Zone doubleheader weekend. Fantastic weekend of football. Fitchburg and Wachusett for you tonight at halftime. Wachusett 12 and Fitchburg nothing. And then remember, Leominster and Neshoba coming your way tomorrow. 2:30 kickoff tomorrow afternoon with a 2 o'clock countdown to kickoff, and all of it right here on your home for Leominster High School football. The K-Zone AM 1280 and 105.3 FM and streaming at WPKZstream.com. We pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is high school football on the K-Zone. At 7:58, you're listening to WPKZ, AM 1280 and W287BT, Fitchburg. Alongside Bill Thomas and Kate Robbins, Todd Robbins for WPKZ. Happy to have you along with us on this Friday night, September the 27th, 12-0 Wachusett's lead over Fitchburg. Our halftime show brought to you by Hometown Bank. We say that's my bank because we feel like our bank is looking out for us. Hometown Bank wants you to call them your bank. Hometown Bank knows what it takes to earn your trust because they don't answer to Wall Street, they answer to you. Visit hometowncoop.com to learn more. Hometown Bank, Sack Boulevard, Leominster, and 7 other area locations. On our Hometown Bank halftime show coming up, Kate will have her first half stats for you. We'll recap all the action that included a disqualification of a key Mountaineer as well. Plus, the halftime scoreboard, peak performance, and mid-game adjustment. All that to come on our Hometown Bank halftime show, where we stand at 12-0 Wachusett on top of Fitchburg from Crocker Field tonight. A quick break and we're back to Crocker Field with more Hometown Bank halftime show. You're listening to the Hometown Bank halftime show on the K-Zone, WPKZ. I don't mind reading it. Nope, you're fine. High above Crocker Field here on a Friday night. Wachusett 12 and Fitchburg, nothing. Our Hometown Bank halftime show rolls on here. Todd Robbins alongside Bill Thomas and Kate Robbins for WPKZ tonight. And time now for our first half recap. It's brought to you by ClearPath Veterans New England, supported by Northeast Insurance Agency. Supporting ClearPath for Veterans New England, Community Center at Devens. Support families and provides connections to the latest in wellness options. We owe it to them to do our part by supporting them. Donate now. ClearPathNE.org. This message brought to you by Northeast Insurance Agency. ClearPath for Veterans New England, supported by Northeast Insurance Agency. Kate, brings you your first half recap.
All right, let's take a look at team totals first. Billy and Todd, interesting numbers on this one. Let's first take a look at the Mountaineers side of the ball. 139 total yards of first half offense, 48 passing yards, 91 rushing yards, 7 first downs for the Mountaineers, 1 turnover, and they controlled the ball for 11 minutes and 30 seconds. They scored 12 points in that one. First half of play for the Red Raiders, 23 total first half yards, 10 passing yards, and they had 13 rushing yards. They've got 2 first downs, 2 turnovers, 12 minutes and 30 seconds worth of game clock in this one. If we take a look at individual notable statistics, let's first take a look at Caleb Marrero for the Mountaineers. In this one, he has 6 rushes totaling 4 yards as long as for 5. Before his ejection, Aiden Tomaszewski had 6 carries for 15 yards, and right now, most of the work being done by number 15, Dan DeVerde for the Mountaineers. 5 rushes for 33 yards. His long was for 13 yards. In addition to that, he did have the 2-yard touchdown reception with 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The quarterback, Seamus Higgins, right now is 3 for 7, 48 yards passing. His average is 16 yards per pass. His long was for 29. That 29-yard reception caught by number 88, Doug Kane for the Mountaineers. Right now on the Fitchburg side of the ball, Montgomery Graham, he's 1 for 6 in the air. He's got 1 pass that was caught by Brian Rivera for 10 yards. Graham has also rushed the ball 4 times tonight, but right now, net of only -9 yards. Anthony Aquendo doing most of the work on the ground for the Fitchburg Red Raiders. He has had 7 rushes for 26 yards thus far in that one. Todd?
And that is your first half game recap, brought to you by ClearPath for Veterans New England, supported by Northeast Insurance Agency. Let's take a quick rundown of our halftime scoreboard. It's brought to you by Fraticelli Oil. Exceptional comfort, warmth, and efficiency for your dollar. Heating with environmentally friendly wood pellets from Fraticelli Oil Company in Leominster. Service available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Same-day delivery. Online at FraticelliOilCo.com. Fraticelli Oil, the place to save heating dollars. Lots of games out there tonight on the slate. Not many of them out there reporting scores. Right now we do know late second quarter, Narragansett over at the Bernardian Bowl up 20-7 on St. Bernard's. That's a surprise to me that St. Bernard's finds themselves down 20-7 late in the second quarter of that one. One final out there already. Quabbin in a barn burner kicks a field goal late to beat Lunenburg. 3-0. The Panthers of Quabbin beat the Blue Knights of Lunenburg. Yeah, that's a football final. Oakmont tops Auburn 18-6 at halftime. Oakmont on top of Auburn 18-6 at halftime. Out at Oakmont tonight. And out in Eastern Mass, Watertown on top of Burlington at the half. 14-7. Games coming up on the Saturday slate. Marlboro at St. John's, North Middlesex at Shepherd Hill, Worcester North at St. Peter Marion, Sutton is at Nipmuc, and our second game of our doubleheader weekend, Leominster visits Neshoba right here on the K-Zone. Our halftime score, Wachusett 12 and Fitchburg nothing. One more quick timeout and we're back with the second half kickoff. This is high school football on the K-Zone. Hey, Tim, we're going to be coming back after Fairbank. They're going to kick off already. Back high above Crocker Field, looking out over the city of Fitchburg tonight on a beautiful, clear evening here in downtown Fitchburg. See the downtown lit up. We're ready for second half as Wachusett tops Fitchburg as we start the second half. A little pop kick to start things off. Caught by an up man. He beats the safety valves and a beautiful open field hit there. Nice square up coming downfield on that one. That was 22 Gabe Rivera. Found his man, marked his man, and dropped his man. And he made a touchdown saving tackle on that one.
He was the last one there. If he doesn't drop him, we're talking about 6 there on the kickoff. Nice open field tackle.
I can see my breath for the first time.
We're getting to that place.
I can see my breath for the first time, friends.
Season.
Indeed it is. So first down and 10 for the Mountaineers. They take over in Fitchburg territory right after that second half kickoff. They're at the Red Raider 47-yard line at left hash. Here's the snap and the give. And from that backfield, it's Angelo Smith. Smith will move forward for a gain of about 4 on the play. It'll be second down and 6. Our peak performance of the first half brought to you by North End Subaru, a proud member of the Colonial Automotive Group. Online at northendsubaru.com. Bill Thomas, what stood out to you from the first half?
Well, I'm still going to harp on the Wachusett defense, and led by the middle linebacker, Jacob Nadeau. Nice strong performance there. I don't know how the Red Raiders controlled the ball for more time in the first half than the Mountaineers did, but somehow they did. Only 23 yards of offense, but I think that first half, despite the ball control situation, was definitely controlled by the Mountaineers, both offensively and defensively.
On 2nd and 5, they feed Smith once again, and up comes the Fitchburg defense to make the big hit. Short gain on the play. They'll move the football, did Smith, to the 41-yard line. Going from right to left here as we start this third quarter. And a 3rd down and 4 to go. And here comes right back on the football the Mountaineers. 3-back backfield, Higgins under center. Fitchburg defense all bunching up toward the middle, daring them to pass the ball. The handoff here will be for Marrero. He comes from left to right, turns the right corner across the 40, and he's taken down right about the 38, maybe the 37.5-yard line. Needed the 37, so he's about a half-yard shy of a first down. It will bring up 4th down and about a half a yard to a yard to go. Fitchburg's defense comes back on. They're going to try to pack the middle.
That's that power from that offensive line that you talked about being one of their strengths.
Under center. Here comes Higgins. Snap. They take it off the line on 4th and short. They give it to Smith, the fullback. He powered it into the A-gap. Everybody's pointing in every direction. The wing officials converge, depending on that Bill Thomas left foot, right foot spot. We'll see whether they have the first down. Clock stop as the officials will look.
Depends on where they
are going to bring in the sticks from the far sideline.
It's all about that run-in where the official stops. It's about good for about 6 inches one way or the other.
Second half kickoff brought to you by Fidelity Bank of Leominster. The idea that businesses do well creates a brighter today and tomorrow for everyone involved. It's a win-win-win. Now, who doesn't like that? Your Fidelity Bank, helping you get where you want to be with heart. Here come the sticks in from that far sideline. First measurement. Fitchburg's defense could certainly use the opportunity here. They'll stretch out the chains.
No, they got it.
And they are short.
Yeah,
it is Fitchburg football. The defense holds. And you can see the celebration coming into the near sideline. Very excited are the Red Raiders, and an opportunity to build on this.
Billy, your eyes are much
big
better than
down
mine.
play. Well, I'm playing with the camera here, and I saw where the spot was. I was trying to line it up. I didn't want to speak too soon, but it did look short to me. And good job by the Fitchburg Red Raiders defense here to maybe set the tone here for the second half.
And here comes Montgomery Graham back into the huddle. We'll have those mid-game adjustments coming up after this play. 9:59 to play in the third quarter. Fitchburg's chasing 12, their first offensive possession of the second half. Under center, Graham out of an eye. The snap, give it to the back man. It's Aquendo. Aquendo steps into the hole. Forward he goes, across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Gain of 3. Second down and 7 coming up. Our mid-game adjustments brought to you by Whitman and Bingham Associates. Services for residential, commercial, and industrial projects. Offices in Leominster and Chelmsford. Learn more online at whitmanbingham.com. Experience is in the name. Whitman and Bingham Associates. Bill Thomas, your Whitman and Bingham Associates mid-game adjustments?
Well, the Red Raiders got to find a way to get some offensive prowess going here. I think Kate quoted him as 23 yards of offense in the first half. Just got to find a way to move the ball, come up with a trick play, do something. Got to get a score here in the third quarter.
Oquendo gets his number called on 2nd down and 7 to go, and after a little nifty move, finds his way forward to about the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 2, 3rd down and a long 5 for the Red Raiders. They need to move the football to their own 47-yard line for a 1st down.
Oquendo kind of spun around there off the handoff. I thought we were going to see a trick play in the making there, a little flea flicker, but to no avail, continued to power his way into the line.
Oquendo right now having to scrape and scratch for every single yard that he can get. Right now he's at 9 carries, but only 34 positive yards on the night.
And he is certainly a big back out of this Fitchburg offense. All sorts of time for Graham on 3rd down and 5. Everybody covered downfield, so he takes it out to the sideline himself. He gets mauled just shy of midfield, but he got himself to the Fitchburg 49-yard line, and Monty Graham's got a 1st down on a gain of 7 for the Red and Gray.
Got the 1st down, but paid the price out here for not going out of bounds, picking up every yard he could. Able to move the sticks. Got a new set of downs for the Red Raiders.
And that's the kind of stuff they need. They force the turnover on defense. They get that extra yard they need to get 1st down, and now the momentum starts to build for Fitchburg. Under center, Graham on an eye. Oquendo dots, here's the snap, and he'll get the handoff. Got a block out front as he gets the left corner. Got the Mountaineer 45, still angling out to the left, stepping across the 40 and out of bounds, shy of the Mountaineer 35 at around the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 14 for Anthony Oquendo, and he's got himself another Fitchburg 1st down.
Nice job there, gaining the edge. Fitchburg sealing off just enough so Oquendo could use his speed to get around the corner, pick up another 1st down for the Red Raiders.
Moving those sticks, not taking up too much time.
Just build on one play at a time. 2 back-to-back 1st downs, and now a 1st and 10 here from the 37. Snap, and the Mountaineers were ready for that one, and you're right, Kate. Oquendo was spinning before he even got handed the ball. Got the spin, and down he went. Once he had the football, it'll go for a loss of maybe 3 on the play. Yeah, just about maybe 4. Back to the Mountaineer 40-yard line. 2nd down and about 13 to go. They need to achieve the 27-yard line for the 1st down on the Mountaineer side of the field. Does Fitchburg.
Same move I think he used with success when I thought he was going to spin and toss the ball back to the quarterback there. Something we're going to have to watch if that's part of his repertoire, trying to make that quick spin move before he attacks the line of scrimmage.
Right now the Red Raiders rushing attack, every time they do something positive, they get 1 to 2 negative plays on offense.
Offset eye, Graham back to pass. There's a negative play. Interception on the slant route. Ball back to the Mountaineers. Looks like 17 in coverage. Kevin Valentine with the interception. No, Bill Thomas says 12 on that one. Good look, Bill. Jonah Boyce with the interception on that one.
I got that off the camera. I didn't see that one.
Like having a pair of binoculars.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Thomas.
Much like that 1st down, no 1st down call. Thank you, camera.
And Kate was Johnny on the spot predicting that one, whereby Fitchburg gets some momentum going and then something upsets that momentum, and that's what they had in that situation with Graham throwing the interception. Not a bad pass on the slant at all, just missed his mark and found Boyce for the Mountaineers. So here come the Mountaineers back on offense. 1st down and 10 from their own 38. The quick handoff on 1st down was swallowed up and down went on the play. 15, Dan DeVerti. He's the right halfback in this 3-back set. Remember, they're playing without their starting fullback and defensive line specialist, Aiden Tomaszewski. He was disqualified in the 1st half of action. Yes, indeed. He's been spending the majority of the game in the locker room after a late hit on defense. So Marrero and DeVerti, the 2 halfbacks, continue to carry the load, and Angelo Smith plays that center fullback spot. Smith gets the 2nd down carry here on 2nd and 7. Spinning right about the 40-yard line. Looks like no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Mountaineers, their own 40-yard line, coming right to left.
Good job by the Red Raiders defensive line there. They're just firing off on that running game. We'll have to see if the Mountaineers change it up a little bit, try to slow down that that front four or front seven of the Red Raiders. They're just teeing off on the handoffs.
Right now, the Mountaineers collectively, their rushing attack, 27 carries, 102-yard rushings on the backs of 4 separate rushers.
Shotgun set, trips on the short side right as Higgins snaps. He had immediate pressure and is sacked to the backfield. Huge defensive play by Jesus Padilla.
Great pursuit right there. Relentless, gets a hold of the shirt and no getting away.
And Higgins thought he was going to wriggle off the reel there, and Padilla was determined. He brought him all the way down to the natural surface here at Crocker Field.
Huge third down play there. Red Raiders be getting the ball back on a 3-and-out right there after that turnover.
It's going to be a loss of 15.
And here comes a 4th and significantly longer. Oh, whoa, an injury on a substitute trying to get off the field. He kind of barrel rolled, maybe rolled an ankle, slipped coming toward the sideline there. They were able to get him off the field. Here comes the punt. It was a low snap to Solmezi.
Oh,
it was blocked. It was blocked. One-handed play there. Miguel Torres. Torres got a hand up as Solmezi was not able to handle the low snap, went to pick it up and try to punt it instead of falling on it, and Torres just stuck a finger out and somehow deflected the ball enough. Fitchburg's going to pick up the football after the block punt in huge field position here.
Didn't look like the Red Raiders were going to get the rush in there. You know, punter picked the ball up, fumbled it a little bit. Thought he was going to get it off somehow. Red Raider did bust through at the last second.
And Fitchburg might get a bigger benefit here. It looked like they were signaling potentially another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Mountaineers. That is the signal. So it's 15 yards or half the distance. We'll see which one. The signal is unsportsmanlike conduct against the Mountaineers. It is a 15-yard penalty and gives the Red Raiders great field position across the 10-yard line at the Mountaineer 9. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
My goodness. Now, I will say the Mountaineers have only had 2 penalties, but they've been the 2 incredibly costly penalties. One where the running back is ejected, and now one that puts the Red Raiders on the 9-yard line.
And so here it comes, a 1st and goal for Fitchburg. Now they get the signal to play. 5:10 to play here in the 3rd quarter. They're chasing 12. Here's the snap. Give it to Oquendo. Oquendo ducking, bobbing, and weaving his way through traffic down across the 5-yard line at about the Mountaineer 4. So 2nd and goal from 4-yard line coming up for Fitchburg.
Oquendo likes the left side of that line there. I wouldn't be surprised to see him keep pounding that left side. Great success there by the Fitchburg offensive line, pushing the Mountaineers back, getting Oquendo some positive yards.
This could be a huge drive in this 7th offensive drive for the Red Raiders in this game. They've been doing a phenomenal job at keeping the amount of points that Wachusett's offense is able to garner down to a manageable 12 right now. If they're able to score here in this drive, well, not early, but moderately through the 3rd quarter, momentum's in their favor.
The snap, busted play. Higgins collided with the fullback Corbeil on a handoff. And Higgins got taken down in the backfield. Miscue on that play. 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Red Raiders fortunate the ball didn't end up on the ground there.
And they did mark it back on a short loss. Lost about 1.5 yards back to the 5-yard line.
Could have turned out much worse.
Indeed it could have, Bill Thomas. You're absolutely right. Corbeil bumped right into Higgins as he was turning to make the handoff. And a lot of times in those circumstances, they strip the ball out of his hands.
Jar the ball loose. Hate to see that. Red Raiders golden opportunity right here.
3rd down here. They want to just put it in right now.
Indeed.
Let's just put it in right now, they're saying.
This would be the time to do it. 3rd and goal from the Mountaineer 5-yard line. High backfield. Under center, it's Graham. The snap. Give it to Oquendo. He bounced off an initial hit. Step through 2 defenders and into the end zone for the Fitchburg touchdown.
Nice job right there. Same spot off the left side of the line. Obviously, they saw something there they liked. The offensive coordinator likes running that side, and Oquendo pays off.
Anthony Oquendo builds on a momentum. Defensive stop, come downfield, gave up the ball on an interception, get it right back on a blocked punt. Into the end zone you build. A little help from a 15-yard personal foul set it up as well. And Fitchburg halves the lead. It's Wachusett 12 and Fitchburg 6. 3:26 to play in the 3rd quarter. Pending point after for Comasana. Ball down, Comasana's kick is up, and it's over the bar. Team's coming back up the field. 3:26 to play here in the 3rd quarter, the score. Wachusett 12 and Fitchburg 7. A break and we're back with more. This is high school football on the K-Zone. Back to Crocker Field in Fitchburg on a beautiful night here in downtown Fitchburg. Take a look at that great playing surface. Great credit to Crocker Field Restoration Committee. Hard work they've been doing, and the field looks absolutely remarkable.
She's an old beauty.
Indeed. Komasana on the approach, swings the right leg, and it will be returned. Driven all the way down from the Mountaineer 10-yard line. It's Marrero on the return. He gave up the football. Go to the turf. Fitchburg, they have it. And yes, they do. Fitchburg back-to-back, a block punt, and now a fumble recovery on the ensuing kickoff. And Fitchburg has a chance on this drive to tie up the football game.
Wow.
Talk about a turn of events. Mountaineers got to be asking where the wheels went to that wagon because they're falling off in a hurry.
So that is back-to-back turnovers in this one, and potential offensive drive absolutely squashed by the Fitchburg. Unbelievable.
3:19 to play in the third quarter, and all of a sudden the Mountaineers find themselves in a frustrating situation. Defense right back out on the field. Fitchburg with the football. 1st and 10 from the Mountaineer 34. The snap, give it to Oquendo. Why wouldn't you? Oquendo will bounce it to the outside right. He'll tiptoe across the 30 and out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4 coming up. And right now the Red Raiders building on this momentum here. Keep the Mountaineers defense pushed back on their heels and just keep driving the football at them.
Well, the Red Raiders accomplished, I think, what they set out to do. Get at least one score in the third quarter. Let's make this a one-score game. They've accomplished that and more.
Craziest thing, this is not their best starting drive position by a lot.
2nd down and 4. Graham drops back, the late give, puts it in the hands this time of Oquendo. And Oquendo taken down at the 25-yard line. Short gain on the play. 3rd down and about 2 to go.
Got to get Oquendo outside the guards and tackles. Let him use his speed there and run those sweeps. That seems to be where he's most successful tonight. Get that blocking out there.
You're absolutely right. He has been able to bounce out to the outside fairly well. He's been able to get that outside edge and just go right up the seam.
Especially to the left side. We'll have to see if they go back that way.
Officially 2:40 to play here in the third quarter. Fitchburg chasing 5. There's the snap. Train plows its way forward in the hands of Graham. He just ducked and followed his center, Velasquez, across the 25 and down around the 21-yard line of the Mountaineers, and it's a Red Raider 1st down.
That might be the smartest play I've seen called all night. Safest, smartest, get that 1st down. Let's keep moving down the field. Great job there by the offensive coordinator, Fitchburg, and great execution by the quarterback.
Those short yardage 1st downs, Bill Thomas, I've never understood why they take the ball away from the line of scrimmage. When you snap and you hand it off even 1 or 2 yards back,
turn around.
You are closing that distance. You're making a longer distance for yourself than just snap and fall forward if your center is able to plow the road. Here's a 1st down for Fitchburg from the 21. Snap on the play action, the rollout. Graham was in the grass, and he gave it up. Interception there for the Mountaineers. Look what I found, says Jonas Boyce. He was right there, standing hands wide open, and into the hands he goes. His 2nd interception of the night.
Ill-timed decision right there, but trying to make something happen just wasn't there.
Sometimes that can be the problem with a sophomore quarterback. You try to make a play when maybe you should just eat the football. He tried to make a play, did Montgomery Graham, and unfortunately threw the ball right to the only person that could catch it right in front of him was the Mountaineers and Boyce. Right back on the ball come the Mountaineers, and this time they waste no time. A big handoff there for Dan DeVerde, and DeVerde finds some room right up the middle of the field, across the Mountaineer 40 and down at the 43-yard line, and right away a Mountaineer 1st down.
You can almost feel the momentum shift right there. Red Raiders down in the shadow of the goal line. Now they're looking at playing defense out here at midfield.
1:45 to play here in the third quarter, and a 12-7 Mountaineer lead. Higgins right back under center. Give it to the fullback, Smith. Smith bounces it off the right side of the formation. Stood up on the play after a short gain, and it'll be 2nd down and about 8 to go. Check of our time and temperature. It's brought to you by Chapdelaine Truck Center. The right truck can make your job easier. Chapdelaine Truck Center, selling and servicing commercial trucks since 1969. Chapdelaine has the best selection of pre-owned and commercial trucks, period. Stop by Route 2A in Lunenburg or online at chaptruck.com. in the grass on the handoff was Diverty, and down he went on the play. Nice job by the Fitchburg defense to get in the backfield and swallow up that play. Loss of about 4. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Fitchburg led by sophomore. Of course, I lost my place here, and we'll get back to him.
45
Adam
seconds.
Johnson. Adam Johnson.
45 seconds to
I
play
got to
here
give him credit.
in the 3rd quarter. Clock continues to run. Under center. Play action fake on the rollout with some time. Higgins keeping the play alive. Now he's going to tuck and run. He'll step out of bounds after getting back what was lost plus a little. It'll stop the clock with 31.5 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Chapter Lane Truck Center brings us this time in temperature 55 degrees under clear skies at 8:30, the bottom of the hour here on a Friday night, September the 27th. Week 3 doubleheader action, first of 2 this week right here with Fitchburg and Wachusett from a Crocker field with a fantastic and hearty crowd on hand. It'll bring up a 4th down and 8 to go. And the Mountaineers, Eli Solmese will punt. Struggled with the snap on the last one. It was low. He stands at his own 30. Snap right about head height this time. Fielded it, puts a nice spiral kick downfield. It'll hop about the 21-yard line of the Red Raiders and roll to a dead stop around the 17-yard line. So Fitchburg will snap the football going left to right at least one time with 20 3/10 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter, chasing 5, 12-7, the lead for the Mountaineers.
Well, I have to say, I think the Red Raiders dodged a bullet there because you could just feel the momentum shift. The air just kind of went out of the stadium there for a while on that turnover. We'll have to see if the Red Raiders can't pick it back up. Let's give credit to the defense.
Fitchburg
Red
defense,
Raiders,
once again,
absolutely.
It has been a defensive football game tonight. The defense have recovered. When the offenses have handed them a bit of a difficult situation, both defenses have rallied to stand up for their teams. On 1st down and long, here's the snap. It will bounce to the outside, looked like a Quendo, and across the 20 as the final 10 seconds here of the 3rd quarter will run off the clock. 12-7 through 3 quarters of play from Crocker Field. Teams change ends in the all-important 4th and final quarter when we come back. This is high school football on the K-Zone. Happy to have you along with us here on Rivalry Family Media. Stay with us as we continue. Radio away. We will be back for the 4th and final quarter. Thank you so much for joining us at Media Rivalry on Twitter, at Media Rivalry on Facebook as well, and search Rivalry Family Media on YouTube. Fitchburg is believing as we start the 4th and final quarter of this one. They've got a 2nd down and 4 to go. They'll be snapping football from their own 23-yard line at left hash. The final 12 minutes on the board. They're chasing 5. It is 12-7. Wachusett over Fitchburg as we start the 4th quarter. Red Raiders will go from right to left through this 4th quarter and beyond. I backfield here behind Graham. Graham the snap, the pitch for Oquendo, going to the right of the formation, comes back to the center, across the 25 and taken down shy of the 30 at about the 27-yard line, but it is enough for a Fitchburg 1st down.
Maybe.
And they say it is. High school football on the K-Zone, brought to you by Rollstone Bank and Trust. Rock solid banking since 1846. Garapi Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Leominster. Rhino Linings of Leominster, where nothing beats a real rhino. Bolton Orchard, apple season is here. And Woodcomb Insurance, right coverage, right price. Thank you so much for your support of high school football here on the K-Zone. On 1st down, the snap. Handoff for Oquendo. Oquendo takes it out to the left of the formation. Nice pursuit in the backfield. Mountaineers close off that left wing of the formation, and down he goes, driven back to the 25-yard line. It will be a loss of 2, 2nd and 12.
Again, Oquendo doing the majority of the rushing for the Red Raiders. 18 rushes, but only netting 63 yards. His long was for 20, but he's averaging 3.5 yards a carry. Many of them, though, in the negative yardage tonight for the Red Raiders. Oquendo trying to get that outside edge, but sometimes that defense, that second level of the defense for the Mountaineers, able to catch up and bring him down behind the line of scrimmage more often than not tonight.
2nd down and 12 to go, snapping from their own 25-yard line. They need their own 37 for the first down. Out of an eye, Graham the snap, give it to Oquendo. Oquendo the spin across the 30 and taken down at the 33-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down and about 5 to go.
I don't see any move to the punt team here. Looks like they're going to go for this.
The Sticks have 3rd down.
The Sticks do have 3rd down.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
okay.
3rd down on the play. 3rd down and 5.
Let's get with it,
Threw me
everybody.
a curve. Threw me a
Sorry,
curve there,
threw you a
Todd.
curveball there.
Let's
Well, I
go with
saw
it.
the
What
3rd
if
down
we're a
was
punt
up,
team?
and I saw him moving it down, so I thought we were heading to 4th. But we'll try 3rd first. How's that sound? Here's the snap. The give to Oquendo. Now we're going to 4th down.
Now we're going to 4th
that
down.
one went nowhere but down for Oquendo at the 33-yard line. So bring up 4th down and 5.
And the punt team comes on the
Onto the
field,
field,
as
yes.
we would expect.
How about that?
I was
Everybody
wondering what
all
Tom
right?
was doing there on 4th down.
We're doing all right.
I knew he knew what down it was. We did.
Indeed.
When do we ever? When do
Oh,
we
now.
ever?
Falcon to punt for the Red Raiders. Stands at his own 20-yard line. Rugby-style kicker. Sliding door coverage there. He got it and puts the punt downfield. Fair catch called for. There was a bump, and the flag is out. That's going to cost Fitchburg 15 yards on the play for kick-catch interference.
Can't do that.
Gabe
Brave.
Rivera got there just a split second early. We talked, Bill Thomas,
Return guy,
about that phone
brave.
booth
Yeah.
setting up around the return man. The nice catch once again. Tom Reiki got in there, kept his eye on the ball, signaled fair catch. The officials are discussing here. I wonder if they're discussing whether fair catch was actually signaled for before the bump happened. I sure saw a hand go up.
Well, I wonder if he might have stepped up into the play during the fair catch. His momentum carried him into him. See what we got. Nope.
It is kick-catch interference against Fitchburg.
5 yards.
5 yards added to the end of the play. To midfield, the Mountaineers take over the football.
I have to see if the Red Raiders defense can continue to carry this momentum here, second half, get the ball back for their offense.
9:20 to play here in the final frame. Mountaineers with a 5-point lead, and on first down snap, they feed their fullback, Angelo Smith, across midfield, across the 45, and down around the 43-yard line.
One thing the Red Raiders got to be careful of here. Don't try tackling the football. You got to tackle the play here. It's a little early to try forcing that turnover. Want to get the ball back, but you don't want to do it at the expense of possibly giving up a big run because you don't take a tackling opportunity.
Off the Smith gain of 7 on first down. It's 2nd down and 3 to go. Walking to the line, it's Higgins. No rush here if you're the Mountaineers. You've got a 5-point pad. 3-back backfield under center Higgins. Here's the snap. Handoff. Full-out blitz and the takedown in the backfield. Untouched Gio Maroney. Untouched through the line, jumped it, and took down Dan DeVerti for the loss on the play. Loss of 7, 3rd down, and make it 9. Go for a loss of 6.
Talk about being in the right spot. If that was a all-up blitz off the corner, definitely the running back picked the wrong lane to go to. Running back picked the right lane to rush into, but met him head on for a nice loss.
And we know from experience the Charlie Raff defense is all about risk and reward.
Oh, he takes
He
chances.
knows take the right risk, and you will be rewarded. Great risk taken there by Maroney with the all-out blitz off the edge. On 3rd down and 9, shotgun set here for Higgins. Speed option coming out to the right. He ran right into the meat of the Red Raider defense at midfield. Nowhere to go but down. And it's 4th down and 10 to go, right back at midfield. And the Mountaineers will be forced to punt.
tell you, the Red Raiders defense has really stepped up here in the second half, and
they've been great all day.
Not a lot of yards offensively by the Mountaineers. I'm guessing maybe the Red Raiders might have outgained them up to this point here in the second half.
We're going to make that our play of the day. The Fitchburg defense standing up here and forcing fourth down. It's brought to you by Viola's Fitchburg Tire and Service, a family-run business selling most major tire brands since 1964. Online at fitchburgtire.com. Viola's Fitchburg Tire and Service, where the price we quote is the price you pay. On fourth down, Solmazy to punt. He stands at his own 36. Good snap. Puts a beautiful boot into this one. High spiral, fair catch signal for. It bounces and it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball will come out to the 20-yard line.
47-yard punt from the line of scrimmage.
It was a boom, Bill Thomas.
Heck of a punt right there. That changes field position. Red Raiders got a lot of work to do right now.
But plenty of time to do it in.
Yes, and you don't have to get, everything on first down. You've got time to build some momentum, move the ball down the field. 6:51 to play here in the fourth quarter. 12-7 is Wachusett's lead.
I do think you need a little sense of urgency here, though. If you've got something you've been holding back, it's time to pull it out of the bag. Fitchburg side of the ball offensively.
Without a doubt, Charlie Rath, the defense coordinator over here on the near sideline, meeting with defense, keeps stoking that fire, knows he's going to need at least one more drive from them. Option coming out to the left. Aquendo got the pitch, turned the corner, got tripped up across the 20, taken down at the 24-yard line. He's slow to get up, and I think he may have landed awkwardly on that shoulder. Not a good sign for Anthony Aquendo. No, make it a lower body injury. He's up and he's dragging his right leg, trying to get, and he'll drop back down.
I just noticed he's wearing two different color shoes.
He is, an orange and a green as well.
Fashion statement. I hope he's okay, though.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Nothing to joke about.
Longtime trainer and assistant athletic director Alan Toomley out to treat him.
Well, let's just cramp. Just got hit wrong.
Head coach Tom DiGeronimo down in a slot position talking to Aquendo as the clock stopped with 6:25 to play here in the fourth quarter, and Wachusett's lead 12-7.
Aquendo right now with 20 rushes for 72 yards. Long still of 20 yards, he's averaging 3.6 yards per carry, so major aspect of the offense for Fitchburg there. Need production out of him in this drive.
And he's going to have to sit out at least one play.
Yep.
Indeed he will. So we'll come to the sideline, still walking a little Blackbeard Pirate-esque with kind of that peg leg walk as he tries to walk the cramp off.
That's how I walk on the regular. I'll throw that out there.
Second down and 8 to go.
Creaky. Things are getting creaky.
Offset I. Graham, option now taken out to the right. He's going to keep it himself as he sets the corner and turns to the right. He's got first down yardage across the 30 and out of bounds right about the 35-yard line. Clock stops. The play went out of bounds. 5:56 to play here in the fourth quarter, and Fitchburg's march continues. Power player of the second half, it's driven by Daewoo North Superstore. Let them show you how easy it is to buy a quality used car in Lunenburg. Daewoo North, fair prices, superior service, treating customers right leads to satisfied buyers. Daewoo North Superstore, find the perfect car you deserve, priced to fit your budget, online at DaewooSuperstore.com. We'll have our power player of this second half come up in a moment.
Fitchburg special teams.
Oh, power players, I'm on it, Kate.
Here's the snap and the give. Hitting down goes Poitras. He got the first down hands off and lost a yard or so back across the 35 to the 34-yard line. So 2nd and 12. Fitchburg special teams. Is that what we're going with?
I'm all over it. Kate's wired into my thoughts as usual. You talk about the turnover on the kickoff. You talk about the block punt. How can you ignore what the special teams did in the third quarter?
See, Billy and I can do that in short order. Short order cooks.
We don't need to take a vote.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
We don't even need to look at each other. It's like special teams.
Done.
About as much preparation as a short order cook.
Yep. Next.
The Daewoo North Superstore power player of the second half is the special teams of the Fitchburg Red Raiders.
We're just that good, Todd.
Those opportunities.
We're just that good.
I love this team. I love this team.
10 years together.
Indeed. On second down, the
right
give
there.
immediately swallowed up. Swarming to the ball, here are the Mountaineers, and they swallow up Poitras once again. No gain at best on the play, probably a short loss.
2, I think.
It'll be third down and closer to 13.
You know, unfortunately, I'm going to swing the camera over here, and we see number 7 here still trying to walk that cramp off.
Anthony Aquendo.
Sorely missed by the Fitchburg offense.
And you know, that explosiveness, that angle that he has, that to me is the thing that you absolutely have to have if you are the Fitchburg offense right now. Without that explosiveness, they are missing it quite sorely.
They are.
Need to convert here, though, on this drive badly, 3rd and long.
Yeah, here comes that 3rd and 13. Graham, little back pedal, floats it looking left sideline, and it's long incomplete. Brian Rivera was the intended receiver on that one. Clock stops on the incompletion as 4th down comes up. 12-7, Wachusett's lead. 4th down and about 12 to go, and Fitchburg got to keep field position here. They're going to have to send Falcon out to punt.
And then they need to get the ball back. Charlie Raff is going to have to rely on that exquisite defense that has been so good for the Red Raiders this evening. He's going to have to ask them for just a little bit more.
Falcon asks for the ball. Standing at his own 21. Slides over in that rugby style and punts downfield. Gets a nice rollout here, and it's touched down at the 39-yard line. Extracurriculars behind the play right at midfield. A Red Raider went down. Yellow flags are out. We will wait the signal, but I'm guessing unsportsmanlike conduct coming here. It could help that Fitchburg defense if it went against the Mountaineers.
Again, the only 2 penalties that Wachusett has had have been very, very major.
No, they signal it against Fitchburg. So a 15-yard penalty will make the job of the Red Raiders defense that much more imperative. They will mark it from the 39-yard line, which is the new basic spot. 15 yards forward they will go. It'll put them out somewhere right around midfield.
56 yards and penalties thus far for the Red Raiders tonight.
And the walk-off will take it into Red Raider territory. Ball spot down at the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 to go for the Mountaineers at the Fitchburg 46-yard line. 4:07 to play here in the 4th quarter, and nursing just a 5-point lead. Here comes Higgins to the line. Wing T formation, 3-back backfield. Under center goes Higgins. He'll ask for the ball. The give for the fullback, Smith. Swarmed immediately by that ball-hawking defense of Charlie Raffs. Short gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Right now, I think you're going to continue to see Wachusett trying to take as much time off of this clock as they possibly can, ticking under 4 minutes now. They do have the lead. They're nursing that 5-point lead right now, but if they can just get a few first downs, then they don't need to do anything else. As long as they keep moving the sticks, and they don't have to do so in short order, they can do so methodically. The cadence can be slow because time right now is their friend.
2nd down and 9. 3-back backfield, under center, it's Higgins. Barkin signals, here's the snap. 2 fakes and now rolls out. He's going to keep himself rolling right. Hit by the defense, and down he goes. Short loss on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Once again, the Red Raiders defense there stepping up. Leading the charge that time, Giovanni Marone.
And Fitchburg will take a timeout here. Stopping clock with 3:18 to play here in the 4th quarter. Needing 5. That's their first of 3 timeouts here in the 2nd half.
I think that's a smart move by Coach DiGeronimo there, trying to save some time. Wachusett was in line to burn about another 1.5 minutes here, only being 3rd down. Good job here. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him call another timeout here if they hold him to a 4th down play.
High school football on the K-Zone brought to you by Leominster Credit Union. You're somebody. Troy Hebert Construction. Your first choice for your needs. High Country Workwear, store that works for you. And Acme Carpet One, 4 generations of quality work from your neighbors. We thank you all so much for your support of high school football here on the K-Zone on this Friday night and every Friday night throughout the high school football season. 3rd down and 10 to go. Ball is back across the 45 at the 46-yard line of the Red Raiders. As the Mountaineers continue their left-to-right march that right now has been going a lot more left than it has been right.
No, you already proclaimed the play of the game, but this could be the play of the game for Fitchburg right here, Todd.
Many opportunities to come. 3rd down. Here's the snap. Give it this time for DeVerde, and DeVerde finds open field. Might be player of the day for the Mountaineers. Cross the 40, the 35, and take it down at the Raider 33-yard line. And it's a Mountaineer first down and a big gain by Dan DeVerde as he scampers away from the defense in the left side of the formation.
That's going to go a long way towards burning up the rest of the clock here. Red Raiders do have 2 timeouts, but they got to play some defense right now. No more first downs.
Clock winds down toward about 3 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. 12-7, Wachusett's lead. Their march continues from left to right, and it can take all day as far as they're concerned. They needed to wind the last 3 minutes off the clock. 3-back set under center Higgins. Asks for the football. Give it to Smith, the fullback. Fullback bounces it off the left side toward the 30-yard line, down at the 29, and Coach Tom DiGeronimo spends his second of 3 timeouts, stopping the clock with 2:40 to play here in the fourth quarter, trying to create one more opportunity for his offense to find those 5 points they need. You got to remember, the Mountaineers have not scored since the first half of action, and I'm not entirely unsure that they did score in the second quarter. I think all 12 might have come in the first quarter.
No, they did score.
Scored in the second quarter, so 1-1?
They scored one in the first quarter, and with 15 seconds left in the second quarter, right before the halftime, they scored as well.
And so they have had no scores since before halftime, have the Mountaineers. So then offense has ground to a halt, and it's a testament to the defense Fitchburg has played thus far. But that defense has got to come up with at least one more big play here to give their offense a chance to touch the ball with enough time for a full-on 2-minute drill. High school football on the K-Zone brought to you by North End Subaru, a stellar performer dealer. Whitman and Bingham Associates, where experience is in the name. And Chapdelaine Truck Center, the right truck can make your job easier.
Charlie Raff right now, the defensive coordinator for the Red Raiders, asking a lot of his defense here, putting this game on their back right now with 2nd down and 5 to go.
2nd and 5 to go. Ball right around the Fitchburg 28-yard line. Here's the snap. And give to that left back in Marrero. Bounced off an initial hit. Forward he goes across the 25. Defender falls on top of him at the 22-yard line. And it is enough for another Mountaineer first down.
Red Raider defense was there, just couldn't bring them down. Good job by the running back there fighting off that initial hit.
Initial hit, had it been a tackle, would not have been a first down for Wachusett, but Marrero able to bounce off of that first tackle and get into the second level of the Fitchburg Red Raider defense. Gets 6, he needed 5, and the sticks move, and the time keeps ticking away. Not in Fitchburg's favor right now.
Without a doubt, they need a stop turnover here. Got to make something happen to give their offense an opportunity. Smith gets the carry on first down to the 20-yard line. And the last timeout spent by Tom DiGeronimo and the Fitchburg Red Raiders stops the clock with 2:02 to play here in the fourth quarter. 12-7, the Mountaineers lead. And the last chance to stop the clock has just been spent.
Now you got to tackle the ball. You got to hope for that bad handoff turnover. 2nd down here. I think a couple of kneel downs with the 40-second clock. Fitchburg can't do anything about stopping the clock now. It's going to be close now, but I think Wachusett control the clock right to the end here without having to gain a first down or punt the ball.
Coming up this Sunday, Scholastic Sports Zone on your home for the Scholastic Sports Zone, right here on the K-Zone. Howie Kahn and company has that Scholastic Sports Zone from 11 to noon right here on AM 1280 and 105.3 FM. Leominster High School soccer players Yago Miller and Andrew Sanchez are in studio as Howie's Athletes of the Week, along with Tom Santasinia, Coach Jim Bennett, and Howie Kahn in the Scholastic Sports Zone. Coming up this Sunday, 11 to noon, right here on AM 1280 and 105.3 FM, the K-Zone, WPKZ. On 2nd down and 8, the handoff into the hands of DeVerde, shaking his way across the 15-yard line, taken down shy of the Fitchburg 10 at about the 11. It's enough for another Mountaineer first down, and it's going to be long clockwise to get there. But that may be the end of this football game.
Yeah, and the Red Raider defensive back there trying to tackle the ball there, get the ball away from the running back, unable to as convert for another first down, moving the chains, and I think we're in victory formation time right here for the Wachusett Mountaineers. See if they even risk a handoff here.
Yeah, they might just keep it in the hands of Higgins, let him try to run this thing out.
I think the math says a couple of resets here, and they don't have to hand the ball off.
Last 90 seconds here and delay of game.
Okay.
Never saw the signal from the back judge for the 10 seconds, nor did I see the 5-second chop. But delay of game is the call.
I think the officials are still getting used to this new system. We saw that last week too.
Make this my first, now maybe second or third time on the air where I've said bring play clock into the field. It is allowed by Federation rules. Display the play clock, pay the extra money for the operator, and make sure that it is done correctly so that everybody can see it. It eliminates any of the time. It allows the officials down on the field to work together to officiate the game and not be worried about timing it. I'm all for them bringing the play clocks into the local fields. Meanwhile, on first down, Higgins the snap, he'll kneel it down. 1:18 and counting to play here in the fourth quarter. One more kneel down and this football game is over. And the Mountaineers will leave the game with their victory and improve to 3-0 through 3 weeks of the season with Leominster on deck next week. We can tell you now that game is scheduled to be played at Hal Lane Field next Friday, a 4 o'clock kickoff for that one. We'll have more across the K-Zone, Leominster TV, with information on that one after tomorrow's game.
10-second clock.
Yeah, last 10 seconds is up on the play clock. Higgins the snap. He'll kneel it down. Under 40 seconds to play. He will not have to kneel it again. Final 30 seconds of this one will tick off the board. A hard-fought victory for the Mountaineers. Difficult one for the Red Raiders to swallow. They struggled early. They had a great third quarter, built on it into the fourth, and were just not able to bring it over the finish line. As the teams head toward midfield for their final handshake, the final seconds come off of this one. Final 4 seconds here. Coach Tom DiGeronimo, Coach Mike Dobzinski, mutual admiration club there. Both know each other for a long, long time. And there's the final whistle. This one is officially over. Wachusett a winner tonight, 12-7 over Fitchburg at Crocker Field. We're just getting started here on the K-Zone. Post-game extra coming up next. We've got your full recap of this one. We'll preview tomorrow's Leominster and Neshoba game that we'll have for you here as well. Plus, all the scores from around the region this Friday night here from historic Crocker Field. For those of you that have been joining us on Rivalry Family Media, we say thank you so very much for being a part of this one. Stay tuned for more, and of course, anything you want at Media Rivalry on Twitter and Facebook, as well as Rivalry Family Media on YouTube. Thank you so very much for Bill Thomas and Kate Robbins. I am Todd Robbins, saying so long to those of you on Rivalry Family Media. We continue on here on the K-Zone. AM 1280, 105.3 FM, WPKZstream.com. Tune in, full post-game extra coming up next. Again, our final score. Wachusett 12 and Fitchburg 7. Post-game show next. You're listening to high school football on the K-Zone, WPKZ.